Hi, and welcome back to the Weber home. Today, I'm gonna try something new that I have never done before. We are gonna use these dehydrated, homegrown cayenne peppers from my garden to make hot sauce with. And this is a new process. I've never done this, but I found a recipe for it on Facebook of all places that a friend posted, and it actually looked pretty easy. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a try. So the recipe says to get a pot. That should be a big enough pot because I'm just making a little bit. We don't eat a whole lot of hot sauce, and I only have a couple peppers. De-stem the peppers, put them in here with some garlic, cover it in white vinegar, let it simmer for like 3 hours or so until the peppers are completely soft, and then you blend it all together, strain it, and then add in a little bit more vinegar and strain it again. So we're gonna try. All right, I'm gonna put bags over my hands because I don't want to get hot peppers on my hand. I'm not a huge like spicy foods fan, but I like a little bit every once in a while. But I've been wondering what to do with these peppers. I just dehydrated them because we don't eat spicy food. I wasn't supposed to have a cayenne pepper plant. It was supposed to be something else. I can't remember now what it was because that was months ago, but it was not supposed to be cayenne. And so I've been saving them because I'm like, I don't want them to go to waste, but we really don't eat them very much at all. But hot sauce we do eat on occasion. A little bit of buffalo wings, things like that we'll eat. Literally just like, since these are dried, I'm gonna cut them in half. And hopefully that will soften it a little bit easier right from the start. It's gonna make a mess. What do I have? 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, about 21 peppers, which is not a whole lot, but it's enough for a jar of hot sauce, and that will be plenty of for us for like the whole year because, like I said, we don't eat it very much. The recipe also said you could throw in a couple of other peppers with like similar flavoring, and I do have a few jalapenos up here that are red as well. I'm thinking I might just toss those in there because otherwise they're gonna go bad because we're not gonna eat them. They were given to me in a box with some other food, and I was like, what am I supposed to do with all these jalapenos? Especially right now with this pregnancy. This baby's like not even letting me eat some normal foods like I would eat. And so I'm not about to try something like real spicy. So they've just been sitting there, and I'm gonna go ahead and just like throw these in here as well. It didn't say to de-seed them or anything. You kind of can't with the cayennes, but I don't know about the jalapenos. So I'm just gonna throw it in there whole, or mostly whole. I'll probably cut it a little bit since they're so much bigger than the cayennes, but yeah, let me give you an overview so you can see what I'm doing. So my oldest is at school right now. My youngest is napping, and the house is nice and quiet. And I had time to rest. But what did I do? I got up to go make something because I can't sit still anymore. As a mom, I can't. I feel guilty, like sitting and doing nothing. Even though I have literally been telling my husband for months, I just want to have time to sit down and read a book. I sat down with a book and I was like, I have so much stuff to do. I really should not be sitting down reading a book. So I got back up and got back busy again. So, but this is a short, seemingly fairly effortless project. So we're gonna try it. Ooh, you can tell some of these are a little bit more crispy than the other ones. I do have more cayenne peppers out there, but they're not red yet. But I have a good 8 or 10 of them. I might just, once they're ready, pick them and save them, and I don't know. If this works out well, I might get another cayenne pepper plant and do it again next year. I don't know. It was kind of an unusual thing, in my opinion, just to have a cayenne pepper plant that just appeared, because that was not what it was supposed to be. So, make the best of it. All right, as you can see, that's what I have. It's not much. So I'm gonna grab a couple of these jalapenos. I have 4, I have 8 jalapenos. I have a couple more up there. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna, I don't know if I want to put all those in there. I might just put like 2 in there. I don't know. I feel like that's gonna mess up the flavor. I'm still debating. I kind of feel like it's gonna mess up the flavor, but then again, they're all just spicy, and to me, they all taste the same. And it's gonna be very vinegary because it's gonna be in the vinegar, so it shouldn't mess up the flavor that bad. It just tastes like a little bit of a variety for hot sauce, right? Yeah, because that's not gonna make very much. Why not? They'll go to waste if I don't use them. So we're gonna cut them up. All right. This makes me so nervous because I used to cut up jalapenos back when I lived at home. I'm just gonna cut off the tops so it can be open and like slice in quarters. Since we're gonna puree it, we don't want to get rid of all of it. All of the flesh, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I used to cut up peppers. My siblings and my dad like hot peppers. So we had jalapenos and stuff in our garden growing up. And I have had jalapeno juice squirt in my eye. And I'm just good. Not the most pleasant experience of my life. It's kind of made me scared to like deal with jalapenos since then. But I don't want things to go to waste. I want to learn how to use every little bit of every product that I have and I can. And so we're just gonna try. It might be a flop or it might work fine. You never know. Literally just slicing these in half, semi-quartering them, and dumping them in the pot. There are so many things, so many products that we use on a regular basis that are actually really easy to make and nobody knows. Like, just because these skills aren't taught, they're not passed down. A lot of people my age, you know, they don't want to learn how to do this stuff. They think I'm crazy. I've had quite a few extremely rude comments from people on why I do the things I do. But in my opinion, for whatever it's worth, I'd find a good spot to set you. I think the best thing I could give my babies is the knowledge of how to take care of themselves. The knowledge of how to do things for themselves. Not have to rely on everybody and their brother to take care of them. And so, I mean, I could let them figure it out themselves. Or I could do the figuring out part for them. and then just pass along the knowledge that I got. And it'll be a learning experience. We can all learn together. So I'm adding a very heaping tablespoon of garlic to this. Because he said a lot of garlic, but he did not say how much. And I like garlic. So this is just one of those things, like, do I need to know how to make my own hot sauce? No, I can go buy it from the store for like $1. Do I have the resources available in front of me to try to make hot sauce? Yes, I do. So let's learn. Why not? All right, we are covering the peppers in white vinegar until they float. So a good amount in there. Okay. It was a very specific recipe. They're kind of like the recipes that I do, so can't complain. He also said you could do apple cider vinegar. He didn't recommend doing all apple cider vinegar, but a good splash gives it a good flavor. So, apple cider vinegar. Get a decent sized splash there. And then we are gonna put this on the back burner on the stove and let it simmer for like 3 hours. This is what it looks like. And I'll show you when it's done being cooked. Okay, so this has boiled, simmered for about 3 hours now. I just took it off of the heat. It's obviously steaming very hot. We're gonna go in with our immersion blender and get blending. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I feel like this is gonna splatter everywhere. That was actually a lot faster and a lot easier than I thought it was gonna go. All right, so now we're gonna strain it and then do it again. I have a mesh strainer in here. This Pampered Chef mesh strainer, which has been my best friend for all of my random cooking and canning adventures. I wish you could see this a little bit better. You're not able to see because it's in pot. I'm gonna try to hold this and pour at the same time. All right. As you can see, there's definitely some pulp and some seeds there. I'm gonna get a spoon. Whew, it kind of burns your eyes a little bit. And yes, my entire house smells like peppers. It smells really good, but like if you take a really deep breath, it can kind of get you a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna push the liquid and a little bit of this pulp through. And we're going to take what's left, put it back in the pot with some more vinegar, and blend it up again. I have no clue if this is actually a really good like recipe for this or not. This is just one I found on Facebook. And I was like, hey, that looks easy enough. Let's go for it. Is this the correct way? I don't know. Do I always do things the correct way? No. I don't really care. As long as it works, it seems easy enough. We're just gonna try. All right, I gotta go get my vinegar so I can add some more in there. And then I'm gonna blend that bit up and add it to the rest. This is how much pulp is in there. You can see it's not really a lot. Add in some vinegar. I think that's enough to blend. We're gonna try. I'm not super good at measuring things, which is one reason why I liked this recipe, because it didn't have measurements. It just had like instructions for whatever amount of peppers you had. So it sounded like a good idea. But this is loud and I'm gonna turn this off. I recommend safety goggles because you will have hot pepper juice flying at your face if you do that little bit in that pot. Ask me how I know. So it did not get all of the seeds and pulp blended, but it did get a lot. Thankfully, I don't have any in my eye, even though it was flying at my face. Okay, this is what it looks like now. You can see definitely got a lot more, but it didn't get it all. I don't think it is gonna get it all unless I put in a lot more vinegar. So we're just gonna work with what we have because this will be beyond plenty for me and my family. This is what we are left with. And it literally looks and smells just like a regular hot sauce. I'm like kind of impressed over here. What? All right, so I think I'm gonna strain it one more time as I put it in the jar. Just because I feel like there's not like blobs in it, but I kind of feel like there's a little bit more that could be strained. So we're gonna go for it. I have this little one. That's a big pot to pour from. Oh, let me do. My funnel is not in here. Must be in the dishwasher. All right, my funnel is. Oh, geez, this other one. My good funnel is dirty. So we're gonna try to pour this one-handed out of this big pot and put it in here. Well, I have a toddler under my feet. Okay, can you take your ball? Thank you. What? What's with the drama, llama? Hold on. Spreading my hand that far to hold this pot. I gotta take this thing off. Now I can do it. I'm really gonna make a mess. We'll see. It's not water, baby. It's hot sauce. You don't want it. You want a snack? Go get one out of your snack cabinet or go eat an apple. No. Get it out of the dishwasher. She's at that. She's almost 18 months old. She's at that age where she like understands what I'm saying, but doesn't fully understand what I'm saying. So yeah, I think this was a good call in straining it again, because there's definitely a little bit more pulp to it than I think there probably should be. But it's going through the mesh strainer. It just takes a little bit of time, so a little bit to push through it. Let me see if I can do an overview so you can see what I got going on. All right, let's pour some more in here. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's really not good lighting over here, but I don't have a better spot. All right. Are you okay, Brookie? Did you just choke on your own spit? So you can see there's a little bit of pulp to it. Not much, but probably just enough to be worth straining. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of this without being on video.
Okay.
Maybe I like in this.
It's not juicy.
There you go.
Oh, it's not on